All right, first off, congratulations on being drafted by the Buccaneers. What were those emotions going through your head when you finally got that phone call?
It was crazy. Saturday was a crazy day. I didn't know if my name was going to get called or not. So when it was like midway through the 6th round, I really didn't think I was going to get picked. And then my phone rang, and it was an area code from Tampa Bay, Florida. And that moment, I really knew it was about to happen. And then I got on the phone. It was the GM of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he said, "Hey, Scotty, we got a need for speed. You know, we're about to make you a Tampa Bay Buccaneer in the next 2 picks." And it just kind of hit me. I thought maybe someone was pulling a prank on me. It's just like such a crazy, like I've been dreaming for that moment my whole life, and then for it to finally happen was pretty crazy. So,
did you have any contact with the Buccaneers organization prior to the draft?
I did, yeah. They were actually one of the first teams really in on me. I sat down with their receiver coach the night before my pro day, had a meeting with him, went really well. And then at my pro day, there was like 27 teams, but all the teams just had scouts there. Tampa Bay had their receiver coach and their offensive coordinator there. And not many people really knew that. They kind of were trying to not let anybody see them because they didn't want people to know they were in on me. So,
Were there any other teams that showed any interest in you that you remember?
Yeah, there was a bunch. I actually, like, the 5 days leading up to draft day, I think I talked to 22 of the 32 teams. So it was crazy. That's why I had like no idea what was going on, what was going to happen. The Bears, I had a visit to the Chicago Bears, their
hometown team.
Yeah, so that would have been pretty cool. I had a great visit there. I had to work out with them, and then Seattle flew me out there too, and I had a visit with them. So Seattle, Chicago, and Tampa were probably the most serious teams. But I really had no clue what was going to happen. So
yeah, you never do. Speaking of your pro day, you performed extremely well, running a 4.340. How would you say that improved your draft stock?
I think it was huge. I mean, I didn't get invited to the NFL Combine, which I really wanted to get invited to. I didn't get invited to any of the big bowl games, Senior Bowl, NFLPA Bowl, Shrine Bowl. I didn't get invited to any of that. So it really all came down to that pro day. I knew I needed to perform at a high level. So I trained down in Charlotte, worked really hard, and wanted to, run that. I wanted to run something below the 4.4s, and I did that. And I performed well in my other tests. So I was extremely happy with it, and I think that's a big factor into why I got drafted. So
you said there was a lot of scouts there at your pro day. How about you play the role of scout for a second? What current BHS football players do you think have a shot into succeeding in college football and possibly making it into the NFL?
That's a good question. I'm not too familiar with the team right now. I mean, I'm a huge supporter. I always try and watch the games in college, but since I've been gone for the last 4 years, I haven't been able to make a game because my schedule's been so busy. So I don't know guys on a first-name basis. I mean, the coaches tell me guys that are pretty good, but I actually a quarterback threw to me yesterday. His name was Peter Anderson, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
He's a pretty good player. He's got a strong arm, good-looking kid as far as a quarterback should look like. So maybe he would have an opportunity, but yeah, it's just really whoever shows up, works hard, puts in the time, and they'll probably have a good opportunity.
After your senior year at Barrington High School, you moved on to Bowling Green State University. What was that transition like from high school to college football?
It was pretty good as far as football goes. It was a pretty smooth transition. I've always viewed football as it's just football. No matter what level you play on, whether it's youth football, high school football, college football, NFL, it's the same thing. Obviously, the talent gets a little better as you move up the ladder. But I've always looked at it as it's just a game. You just got to go out and do what you do best, and that's what I did. My freshman year, I played a little bit, but I got better as the years went on, and I think I transitioned pretty smoothly.
Are there any teachers, mentors, coaches that you would like to say thank you to?
Yeah, there's a ton of people that helped me along the way. I'd say 2 of the biggest ones from Barrington High School would be Coach Sanchez, the head football coach here. He really helped me out with recruiting and helped me become a great young man. And then the other one was my head track coach, Coach K. He really helped mentor me and help me work hard and help me get to where I am today. And they've stuck with me throughout the whole way. I've been talking to them probably once, twice a month, keeping up with them. So I'm really thankful for them. And without them, I probably wouldn't be here.
Is there one football memory you have here at Barrington High School that stands out?
Probably one thing that stands out. We played Maine South my senior year. I think it was the 2nd or 3rd round of the playoffs. They were like one of the top teams in the state, undefeated. We took them out on their home field. That was a really special day. no one believed in us that we were going to win, and we did it. We beat them. So that was an awesome day. And then like 2 hours later, that's when Bowling Green called me and offered me a scholarship. So that was a really special day all together. So
Very busy day for you.
Yep, very much so.
Who are some of the athletes you looked up to as a young football player growing up?
So when I was a freshman here at the high school, I remember seniors on the football team were Chase Murdoch and Sam Handler were two I really remember. I really looked up to those guys. I thought they were superstars. I mean, I remember sitting in the stands watching them make huge plays, thinking I probably never could do that. So I really, and I saw how hard those two worked in the off season. So I really emulated what I did off of what they did. So,
is there anything else you want to add?
The only thing is, I wouldn't be here without my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And none of us would be. So without him, none of this would be possible.
Well, your Bowling Green player profile says you stand 5'11", 165, a relatively small figure for a wide receiver. Of course, you're gonna have a lot of doubters going to the NFL, and what's your goal to prove them wrong?
Yeah, I mean, my whole life I've been doubted because of probably my size, what I look like, and all that. But it's all good. That only makes me work harder and adds fuel to the fire. I love when people doubt me. I love having the underdog mentality. So I mean, I'll just go prove to everyone again that I'll be all right, and I'll still be making plays at that level.
Final question here. What advice would you give to anyone watching this interview?
Any advice? I'd say really just work hard. I mean, I'm just a normal kid from Barrington, just like all you guys. I mean, look at me. I don't look like a freak of a specimen or anything, but I came in, I put the work in every day. I had a positive mindset, a confident mindset, and that's how I got to where I am today. So,
Thank you very much. Good luck in the NFL.
Thank you.